Hi Capricorn, welcome to your March 2021 reading. I hope you're having a good month so far. If you want to contact me for a personal reading, the contact is in the description box. And yeah, I have no idea what it's going to show up. It could be love, money, spiritual, just about yourself. We'll just see what happens, all right? So let's go. Capricorn, 2021 March. What do we got going on? Okay, so things are unknown, mysterious. I think you've been in a spot for a while where you don't know where you're going and you can't really see the future and you're just kind of going ahead anyway. Everything seems kind of murky and illusionary, and it's like you just didn't know where you were going. Like okay, so you know when you're in your house at night and it looks completely different, you know, like the moon shines in through the window and it's still your house, but it's obscured and you just can't really see everything clearly. Or walking in the woods, the same thing. And I think that's how you felt for a while. Things just seem up in the air and mysterious and kind of unknown, like the future and your path forward is unknown, and possibly fraught with danger. I think you've had a hard time and you don't know what's ahead and if there's more danger lurking ahead. But I think things are starting to become a little bit clearer now, and you're starting to kind of see the path forward. I think you're trying to trust your intuition, but sometimes you feel like it leads you astray and takes you on a path that you didn't mean to take, like on a detour. So maybe you're having trouble trusting your intuition because something that can feel so right at the time then turns out to be not what you expected or you thought. But keep in mind that sometimes, detours are meant to happen so we can grow and learn and get on the right path. It may feel like we went way off track, but it had to happen that way so we could get where we need to be, even though it feels like we went way off where we thought we were supposed to be. Like almost like you can't trust your intuition because it led you astray, but maybe it didn't lead you astray at all. It took you where you needed to be, kind of on a divine detour. Okay, so I think you could have felt really trapped in your past. You could have been trapped by family or circumstances or by love or just yourself and your own thoughts and your own patterns. And I think you want to get out of the self-imposed prison that maybe you didn't even realize that you were in. And you want to take a new leap of faith. You want to just go into the future. You don't know what's ahead, but you know that you just want to leave the past behind. And you want to leave the self-imposed prison and the self-imposed bad patterns and thought processes behind. You want to let them go and start something new. Even though you don't know exactly where you're going, you know that you don't want to go back to where it was. You want something new entirely, like a whole new life, a whole new self, a whole new way of thinking and being and experiencing the world. I think you've realized that your past has held you back a lot, and sometimes in subconscious ways, like ways that you didn't even realize that you were doing, or in ways that you were being held back. Maybe a lot of you are realizing that you've been your own or worst enemy the whole time, like nothing's been holding you back but yourself, even though it felt like external elements or things or people or situations were holding you back. In reality, maybe it was you, like the way you think and the way you process things and the way you were experiencing the world. And I think you want to break free of that. I think some things that you invested a lot of time into, you're having to leave behind. It could be work, love, friends, where you live, anything. Some things that you've invested a lot of time into didn't work out, and maybe you feel like it was a waste of time, but really it wasn't. It led you where you need to be now. Yeah. Okay, so you're definitely leaving behind things that meant a lot to you. probably of an emotional nature. Like even if you're leaving a job behind, it could have been a job that you loved or you felt strongly towards or committed to. It could be love. You're leaving a lover behind, leaving family, leaving a past behind that, you know, was once fulfilling in its ways, but no longer is. And, you know, you have to keep walking and turn your back and leave. And it's not without regret or nostalgia or sadness, but you have to walk away and leave it, even though there's still feelings and emotions and love and heartache and there's just things that are still there that you have to walk away from, and I think you know it, and it might be difficult, but you're doing it, you know. You could be learning to balance your emotions and your logic as well. Not being ruled so much by one or the other anymore. Kind of having a balance of both. You could have come a long way in doing that as well. I don't think it was always that way. Okay, so there's a lot of people here. So I feel like you could be leaving a lot of people behind. It could be groups of friends, like I said, work, love, family, all of them. It just looks like you're leaving a lot of people behind and kind of setting out on your own, maybe even lone wolfing it and just kind of, you don't know what's ahead, but you're just leaving everybody behind in a lot of ways to start a new life. Interesting. Let's see what's ahead, Capricorn. This isn't the end-all, be-all ending. This is just the upcoming energy to maybe look forward to if this is making sense for you. What's ahead for the Capricorns? It's coming up. Separation. Yeah. You could be blocking somebody out or people out or everything out. And I think you might just be really closed off right now. You want to find a sense of balance and equilibrium after, I think your heart still might be broken and you just want to separate yourself, close off, and find a sense of, you're at a crossroads, I think, and I think you're sort of closed off. And you want to block out things that are going to hurt you, and you want to, let me look. Yeah, again, that new start. So I think you want to move forward from things that have broken your heart, even though your heart is still broken. And you could be blocking people, blocking someone, blocking situations out. And you want to go forward into something more beautiful, something that's more grounded. And I think you feel like it's close, like it's up in the air. You know, it's like you're so close to this new start, but it hasn't quite happened yet, but you're kind of grasping it. You can feel it, you can sense it. And I think you feel it's something better, something more beautiful, something more lush, something you can flourish in. And it's so close, like almost like you can touch it, but it hasn't quite materialized yet, this new start. Even though you're walking towards it, you don't know what it is, but you can feel it there. Yeah, I think it's taking a lot of strength to do this. Like, I think you're being really strong right now in leaving things behind and going forward to whatever this is. It's not easy. Whoa, so many cards. Yeah, you could have been coming up. I see like a little bit of emotional instability, and it's like you're really trying hard to move forward and pull out your strength and make things happen. But like, I do see you feeling a little bit emotionally unbalanced coming up, but that's okay. You know, it's all right. Sometimes we have to go through that so we can sort things out. Yeah. So again, I think the path forward is still obscured. You don't know exactly where you're going. You might have kind of quietly removed yourself out of a situation. Not, I think whatever you're walking away from, you just kind of almost like midnight move, like this doesn't have to be the exact same situation, but like, you're living with your partner and then you just move out in the middle of the night or while they're at work, like I think you didn't want a confrontation. I think you just wanted to quietly remove yourself and get yourself out of a situation that your gut told you had to leave. It was getting to be bad. And I think you knew you had to get out of it. It could be your whole life even, just starting a new life. Okay. And I do see that continuing. I see you still removing yourself and kind of going lone wolf and figuring out where you're going to go. Like I said, I think this took a lot of strength. It wasn't easy to do. And let me see what else. I'm just going to pull a couple cards from another deck. Yeah, okay. So again, I think you're just removing yourself from emotional turmoil and pain, even though you're still in pain. And I really think you are wanting to work through your fears. Like I think you might be feeling a lot of fear of the unknown, a fear of what's going to happen to you, a fear of who you are, a fear of your choices, just fear. And I think that's a time for healing that. So keep in mind that you could be feeling all this fear right now and it feels really uncomfortable. But maybe it's being brought up to the surface so you can work through it and learn how to manage fear rather than pushing it down and just distracting yourself. It could be coming up to the surface so that you can heal it. And it's just like things might be really uncertain right now and you don't know what's ahead. It seems like very obscured and murky, but you're probably doing a lot of healing of that right now. And sometimes we don't need to know everything that's going to happen. Sometimes we just can sit and work through things and acknowledge them and then let them go. Okay, so Capricorn, I hope this helped. I'll catch you next time.